Hey, it's Brian.
Hey, it's Barry.
And welcome to the Collecti-Bros podcast. If this is your first time joining us, welcome, and I'll let you know that this is a video game collecting podcast that focuses on the collecting side of things. However, we do actually play our games around here. I mean, my backlog is still pretty stupid big, but hey, you know what? The more episodes we do, the smaller it gets, in theory. But today we're going to chat about game mechanics, and specifically the bad ones. What makes them bad, what don't we like about them. I've got a couple of horrible ones that make me fucking squirm no matter what that we'll talk about in depth. But we also have our mainline series, Is It Worth It?, where we pick individual games and go over 5 key categories of the graphics, the sound, the music, the gameplay, the story, and ask the overall question, is it worth it being your time and money? But you've joined us for an off episode today, but if this sounds like an interesting podcast, all of our previous episodes are on YouTube and wherever you listen to podcasts. Thank you in advance for supporting the channel by liking and subscribing or adding a comment. All that stuff really does help us grow and get more eyes on the channel, so we appreciate you guys doing so. We also have a Discord for free that you can join and chat with us directly. And yeah, we're pretty active on there. We post our pickups, so if that sounds cool, the QR code is on the screen now. But yeah, I think all that's out of the way. Let's get on with the show. Every time we do a rotating topics episode, we always start with what we're currently playing and what we've picked up recently. And we've got some good pickups since we both got back from Siege, so some interesting pickups there. But
I ain't talking about none of those.
yeah, I don't have much other picked up. But as far as playing though, you know, we're kind of back in the... We did 2 conventions back to back, so it's nice to like maybe play some games here again.
You did.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I can't speak for you. That's very true.
I did more.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. But and I feel like I'd say this every time we record these. It feels like forever since we recorded this, but it's literally been 2 weeks. But yeah, man, playing games. What you been playing?
You can start.
Oh yeah,
because if I go first, then you're just gonna talk forever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, again, saying that it feels like it's been forever since we've done this. But really, the thing I've been playing the most is the Doom the Dark Ages DLC titled Doom Revelations. And I was really excited for this. They didn't give us a lot of notice that it was coming out. They showed it off in the Xbox showcase, and then they dropped it like a month later. But it's out now. I'm happy to say it's awesome. I love it. It really does mix with the formula, and I feel like that's like the ongoing theme with these modern Doom games, right? Like 2016 Doom was straight up like reimagining of the original. Doom Eternal was like very fluid mobility, and Doom the Dark Ages had the parry system and the melee weapons, and you know, this one kind of reinvents the wheel also, where essentially the very first mission, Doom guy gets his ass kicked, bro, and it was like really jarring. And that's how they set up the trope of like, oh, I've lost all my gear and I've lost all my power, but like Doom guy gets his shit rocked, bro, and you get sent down to hell, and you lose your shield, which is like a huge mechanic in the base game, right? But you end up replacing with a spear, and the spear can parry, but the timing is like so radically different, bro. Like I am so pilled to be like, let me just parry everything with this shield, that I was getting fucking rocked, dude. Like I died so many times already. I'm only on like level 4 or 5, but yeah, dude, it's different to the point where it's like, yeah, we're giving the ability to block, but we're going to make it a little more difficult because the focus this time is more on the movement. The spear's more of like it's a javelin, like you can throw it and like warp to it or whatever, but it also brings back the mechanic from Doom Eternal. They had like the grappling hook on the shotgun where you can like stick to an enemy and like fly around them. So a lot of times you're isolating single enemies, you're sticking them with that spear and you're spinning around them or getting to the side of them to dodge the bullet hell segments or whatever. So it plays a lot different than Dark Ages, and it took me a little bit to get used to, but I feel like I am getting better and better. But boy, the difficulty, like it also carries a tradition of Doom DLCs being difficult. Like this shit's no joke, and really it's it's the level design what makes it more difficult. One of my favorite things about Doom: The Dark Ages was like the layout and how you can explore. This still has that to a degree, like it's larger maps, but it's more like tunnel or room based. Like even not playing it, if you just push the back button and look at the map, you can sit there and look and be like, oh, I'm going to get swarmed in this room. I'm going to be swarmed in this room. It almost makes you go to like arena to arena, instead of like naturally progressing and exploring. And it just throws so many enemies at you. And there's new enemies too, so you have to adapt to them. Like if you think you're going to go in there and just pummel everybody that you've, fought from the main game, like some of these new enemies are fast. They go invisible, they teleport. Like it's no joke. And it's not just one or two of them. There's literally like 6 to 8 of them sometimes. And I'm playing on normal, like hurt me plenty. Like it's tough, but I really like it. I still think it's a ton of fun to explore and get the secrets, the leveling up your gear to get new abilities and just experimenting. It's a lot of fun, man. The new enemies are awesome. I don't think there's anything that's a negative, really. Like it's different, and it took me a little bit to like get used to it, but I don't think that's a negative thing, right? And then really, the story is actually really intriguing too. Like we've never really seen Doom Guy be this vulnerable and just like get his ass kicked and he's in hell. You're fighting like these princes of hell, which it totally fits the theme of Doom. He just wants to kill them all. But the new bad guy is really cool. He's engaging. It's not just like the same enemies from the main game without doing too many spoilers. They pop up and they're still involved, but this is like back in hell, stopping the hell invasion. So I don't know. I think that's one of the things people nag on these new Doom games, that it is so narrative focused, but I like it, man. I don't think it's a bad narrative. So it's more Doom. If you like the modern Doom games, you're going to like this. It's that simple, but I think it's awesome. Like, I don't know what they charge for this thing. Let me look really quick, because I have the premium edition of Doom, so I got it for free because it was with the pass. But it's $20. So, I mean, if you like Doom, I think this is definitely worth $20. It's, I think there's 12 chapters, and I've spent some time on it. I think I've put about 6 to 8 hours, and I've played 5 levels, so you're going to get 10 to 12 hours of gameplay if the pace keeps going the same. And, there's really cool Easter eggs if you're like an OG Doom fan. There's flashback levels where it's like the point of view is the guns right in the middle of the screen, so it looks like classic Doom, but it plays like modern Dooms. Like, it's a blast, man. I think it's worth $20 all day. So
it says the main story is about 6 hours.
Oh, damn. I am going slow looking for like every collectible. I'm gonna 100%.
It says completionist is about 13.
Oh, so that checks out. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not dumb. That's good. I'm on pace. But yeah, man, I love it. Like, I think Doom's in a good place, and I hope it stays that way. I know there was a bunch of layoffs at id, but hey, man, if they keep chucking these things out like this, like I will not be upset. Like, I think it's awesome. So I know you played Doom: The Dark Ages too, so yeah, I think you would dig this for sure.
If I can get it for free.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it'll go on sale and stuff. QuakeCon's, I think it just happened, or maybe it's around the corner. I don't really remember, but
do you have to own the game to play it?
I don't. You can play it if you have it on Game Pass or whatever. So
I got that shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna hook you up. It's fun, dude. It's a good time.
I got too much other shit to play. I'm good.
Yeah, I feel that for sure. Which, honestly, that's the main reason why I started the next game I've been playing. Just because, like, dude, sometimes I'm playing Doom and it's like a workout. I'm sitting there like, fuck, that was exhausting. Like, it's hard. So I need something like just a little quick rinse and repeat. So I've been playing Buckshot Roulette, and I didn't.
You've been playing
know
that for achievements. Don't even lie.
That too. You already know that. It's because it's got achievements, but yeah, it helps.
It's on the 4 achievement hunters list.
Is it really? It's not easy. Damn.
Yeah.
It's a lot of like RNG.
It says it takes like an hour to beat.
Oh, hell no. I've already put like 6 or 7 hours into it. Damn. And there's no guides or anything. That's some bullshit. Maybe I am stupid. Fuck. But no, it's actually really fun.
Buckshot Roulette, 27 minutes.
27? God. I wonder if there's like console commands or something.
I mean, if you want to 100% it, it's like 9 hours. But
okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think I beat the story in like maybe 30, 45 minutes. But what this game essentially is, it's a horror game, and it's basically Russian roulette, but instead of like a revolver with a cylinder, it's a shotgun. So you basically are in this club, and like you sign a waiver, and like a dude with like a scary mask sits in front of you, and he's like, all right, here's your blanks, here's your live rounds, I'm going to load them randomly. So he loads them, and then you get power-ups to like disrupt the game. So it's a lot of probability and it's a lot of counting, which that scratches a part of my brain. I do like that shit. But basically, if you try to shoot yourself, it skips the turn. So like, let's say you have 2 blanks in one live round, and you use like your gadgets, right? So there's like a magnifying glass where you can actually look in the chamber and see which rounds in there. So if you know it's a blank, you can quote shoot yourself, and you've got 2 more shots in there. You've got a 50-50 chance if it's a live round or if it's a blank. And there's other gadgets you can use. If you chug a beer, like it ejects the shell, so everybody at both sides of the table knows which round it is. So there's a lot of strategy involved. I'm having way more fun with this thing than I thought I would, man. Matter of fact, recording footage for it today, I had like the best run I've ever had on it. It scores you points, and you can like double down your points for double or nothing if you're playing the computer, and that's how it does like the leaderboard tracking or whatever. But I ended up getting like 1.9 million points, and I was like, oh shit, I've been playing this for an hour. I was supposed to get like 10 minutes of footage. It's really fun and addictive. It's simple, and there's a multiplayer mode I haven't checked out yet, but dude, that shit would be an absolute blast with friends. Just seeing across the table if it's a live round going on. It's so funny, dude. Like I think it's dirt cheap too. It's like $2 to $3. But yeah, this is definitely like some friend slap bullshit. That would be an absolute blast to play with friends. And I think I've got 4 achievements left if we're going to do the achievement route, but we'll see. I was just picking at it because it was something to play, and I can turn my brain to kind of neutral and play it. It's been a lot of fun though. I've really enjoyed it. It's a nice little sleeper hit, and I know it's got some like popularity on Steam or whatever because of the multiplayer. I haven't even checked out the multiplayer yet, so I'll definitely check that out if I get some time. And then lastly, the last thing I've been playing, I've got to give a huge shout out to one of my favorite games from last year, Farm Together 2. We're back on it. There was a huge expansion. It was actually called the Big Farms expansion. They ended up giving you like a whole nother outline of like fields you can buy. There's a bunch of new crops. There's new animals. It's immense. They've added a ton of shit to this game. I'm so glad they're still supporting it. It's a lot of fun still. Sherry and I've been playing that. There's so much new shit where like Sherry's mom was like really in the Farm Together, and she deleted her whole farm just to make space for all the new stuff to like reorganize the whole farm. But it's great, man. There's actually a new mechanic, if we're going to stick with the theme of the episode, where they have herbs now. And usually, and we've talked about this game on the podcast, but usually you plant your crops, you wait a certain amount of time, and you can pull them based on the season. So this is, you can plant them during any season, but you can only pull them during certain seasons, which kind of mixes it up. So if you plant it in, let's say, winter, and it needs to be able to be pulled in summer, and you miss that, you've got to wait the whole hour again. So
Like the trees?
Yeah, kind of like the trees. Yeah, yep.
Thank God, that shit was annoying when they would do it with the crops.
Yeah, dude. But it's fun. It adds a lot of there's new stalls and stuff and everything. So, and it's a completely free update. Yeah, it's been really fun. I missed that game, so glad to be playing it again. And Sherry's all in on that, so I get pulled to work her farm quite a bit. But as far as playing, what have you been playing?
I'll start with my pickups.
Oh yeah,
because I actually picked things up, even though I'm broke. I picked up, all for the PlayStation 5, Fate Samurai Remnant, which I have been looking for because it has started to go up in price. I am very unfamiliar with the Fate series, but I have a couple games, so I've kind of been looking into it, and they've got, I believe Fate Stay Night was the first one, which is a visual novel game, and they have an anime like adaptation of it. But what I did not know is the Fate series started as an adult visual novel, and then the publisher decided to take out all the erotic stuff and then just make a normal game. So, yeah, FYI, didn't know that. So I picked that one up. I also found Demon Ex Machina Titanic Scion, which I've been looking for. I saw it once and passed on it and was like, fuck. And I finally found another one. It's just it's an Xseed Marvelous game. And it's just robots.
Nice.
You just fight robots. You know me and robot games. And then the store that I went to actually had a copy of Rune Factory Guardians of Ozuma there for PlayStation 5, which is a Amazon exclusive. I've been wanting it. I've just been stingy about buying from Amazon just because I hate Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
So it was sitting in the case and it was still sealed and it was cheaper than the new price. So I was like,
Nice.
great opportunity to pick it up and not give fucking Jeff Bezos my money.
He needs more money,
So-
bro. Come on. How inconsiderate of you.
Yeah, super inconsiderate of me. So I picked those up. I also grabbed the Neopets Mega Mini Games Collection. I have yet to
Ooh.
play that, but I do have that one. And I got it for the Switch because the Switch one has posters, sticker, art cards, and DLC. I do not know what the DLC is,
Interesting.
but it just says Neopets DLC for the Neopets website.
Damn.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. So I picked that up.
I can't believe the Neopets website's actually still up. It's awesome.
John Legend. If I am remembering this correctly, John Legend is a Neopets brand ambassador.
Interesting.
Do I know why?
Is he?
No.
Let me ask you this: is he a Scientologist? Because you know about that shit with Neopets.
Dude, I know Neopets has got some weird shit going on. It is just, I don't know why John Legend is like, he has a video up and everything of him
No shit.
being like, yeah, dude, I'm like a Neopets and brand ambassador now. And this was a couple years ago and like Neopets was on the verge of death.
Right.
So I don't know what's going on with that, but that's what I picked
wild.
up.
Awesome.
Playing, I have been incredibly busy, so I have not had time to really play a lot of stuff. Like this week I'm going on another trip. so I
We're
played
living
games
life,
a little
y'all.
dude. I used up all my vacation time at work. I don't have any more. It's
Like
gone.
7 hours.
I'm fucking PTO broke, bro.
Yeah, silly.
Yeah, first off, it's all so incredible that I went to fucking 3 conventions and 17,000 cross-state trips and spent all this money, and then I get back and there's a hole in my roof that the squirrels are getting in, and had to buy new tires, whatever.
God.
Fuck. So I'm video game broke for a while. Let's see what I've been playing. Oh, Rise of the Tomb Raider. I don't remember why I started that one. I think I just needed something of a buffer between God of War. Yes, God of War. And then I had another game that I was playing for the podcast, but I did not have the correct remote. And I was on a quest to find one. So until I could find one, I was like, well, let me pick something to play. And that was on my list. The Tomb Raider games are on my list to kind of finish out this year. So the second one, I think, was like, how long did I beat this one in? It wasn't very long.
I feel like you got through it pretty quick.
11 hours.
Nice.
So I had to check my list. I did like this one more than the first one, just because it was a lot less body horror. And I believe it's the same developers. Like Crystal Dynamics still developed. I think they did the first one too, right?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Okay. Yeah, because the second one, they have toned down the body horror. Dude, the first one, and I've talked about it on here before, the first one was insane with it.
Yeah.
But the camera shake is pretty much gone. They do that thing where you follow her and it kind of, like, I want to say it, like, shakes a little bit, or kind of, like, there's more like a jiggle. But it doesn't do motion sickness inducing shake like the first game did, which was
Right.
awful. And then the story I think I put it in there. I was playing. I hit the 4-hour mark, maybe, and was like, "Oh, I already know what the twist and the ending of this is." And then I got there, and I was like, "Yep, I saw that coming." Like in the very beginning of the game, is super obvious. So I don't really know if that was the game or if that was just me kind of consuming so much shit that you can see things coming. It's kind of hard to be surprised sometimes. So it was okay. It was just the same. Honestly, it was the same story as the first game.
Yeah.
Just reskinned into
You're just colder.
Russia and Siberia. Yeah, it was just colder. So if you want a story about Laura Croft questing for immortality, it's here on the second game again. So, yep, that's that. I can't talk as long as Brian can.
No, you're
That's
good,
all I
man.
got.
Yeah, we've been busy today too. Like we're doing this later than usual. It's past your bedtime, so thanks for being in there, man.
It is my bedtime.
Yeah.
I should be sliding in bed right now.
Yeah.
It's 8:30.
As far as my pickups, I grabbed a couple things. I mean, I've got so much shit from Siege, it's gonna like last me the rest of the year to talk about pickups, so I can always just slide one in. But one cool one to piggyback off of last episode we did for Is It Worth It? Dino Crisis 2. You guys should check that out. Shameless plug. I ended up picking up one I've been looking for a while before I even really kind of realized it was an actual Dino Crisis game, and that's Dino Stalker.
Dino Stalker.
Yeah, dude, on the PS2.
I got it at the same time.
Yeah, sick.
I don't know if that's gonna line up.
Oh, it will. The power of editing, baby. Let's go. But yeah, I didn't know. I knew it was like I thought it was a spiritual successor, right? I didn't know it was the actual continuation of the story. So the continuation of the story for this game versus Dino Crisis 2 is you play as his daughter, like in the future when they like first sent them, and like they realize, oh shit, there's dinosaurs here in the future. So
I mean, the daughter that's also his daughter's mother's daughter,
yes,
or
yes.
not?
Yeah. Yeah,
that I was
dude.
kind of hoping was going to be a loophole I found, but damn it.
Yeah, time travel. But yeah, dude, I'm happy to pick this one up. It's one I was looking for a while. I do love light gun games. I do not have a GunCon 2 though, so I don't have a PS2 light gun. I'm gonna have to track one down because I definitely want to play this thing, man. I love dinosaurs, and I'm more motivated to actually play it after the fun I had with Dino Crisis 2. So excited to get that. Also, finally found a copy of Expedition 33 on Xbox. I don't think I need to tell y'all why I needed a copy of this game. This game's a GOAT game. It's awesome. I'm so happy I found like a nice condition Xbox copy. So it was a GameStop new copy. So yeah, I had the sticker and shit on it. But yeah, disc is super clean. The artwork's super clean. Super happy to finally find that. And then lastly, my cool, interesting last pickup. I picked up Switch games, bro. Like we got a little bit of everything at Siege. But the one I want to highlight is the Ori double pack. So one, you get both Ori games on one cartridge, and it's all up to date. You don't need to do any downloads or anything, so you can literally just play the full game, physical media off the Switch. Like, great console for that. Also, the cool thing about this is you can sign into your Microsoft account, and you can get achievements on the Switch version. Oh my god. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I guess it's kind of faulty, though, where like you basically have to like try to log in multiple times to get it to work because it just doesn't want to cooperate. But
Well, yeah, because Nintendo's online service is absolute straight dookie ass. It's awful.
yeah, I am excited to grab that. I already have them both on Xbox, but they're good games, man. So, and honestly, Sherry, she's been wanting to play it, so here's a Switch version. Don't mess with my cloud save on Xbox. So it's gonna work out perfect, man. She can get achievements for me. But hey, let's get to today's topic. Let's talk about bad game mechanics. The biggest reason why I picked this episode is because, honestly, I kind of wanted to pick something that had to do with playing games, but I feel like if you do like a YouTube search or internet search, there's a bunch of people that kind of give like, hey, these are interesting mechanics, these are good mechanics. I don't really hear a lot about the bad, and I mean, I don't like focus on the negative aspect of shit, but I don't know.
People just go to Reddit. That's
Yeah,
all you
it's
need to
true.
do. People
Yeah.
bitch and moan on there all the time.
Yeah, I'm not on Reddit enough. That's the problem. But
It's a good thing.
yeah, probably. But no man, really, I was talking to somebody about the Spider-Man games on PS4 and PS5. Well, what brought it up was that game in particular, and I was like, man, I love these games. And I remember like very early, like the first fight when you're like fighting Kingpin, like right at the intro of the games, there's like quick time events. And I was like, what year did this game come out? Like I'm playing it on the remaster on a PS5. Like we were still doing quick time events in 2019 when this game came out. And it's kind of got like the hamster wheel running. And I was thinking like, okay, this is a really low hanging fruit to do quick time events. But man, like what an antiquated like mechanic that we're still dealing with in games, dude. Like I don't know how you feel about them, but I know how I feel about them. I it's top three for me where it's I just cannot stand them, dude. And
QuickTime?
yeah, quick time events, yeah, like QTE.
No, they're the bane of the video game world. They're
Right.
fucking stupid. I don't know anybody that enjoys QuickTime events. Because here's
Yeah.
the thing, like you initiate a cinematic for me and I'm sitting there enjoying the cinematic and then all of a sudden you're pressuring me to push a fucking button that I wasn't prepared for and then I get punished for it when you just can't commit to being a rhythm game. Like you want to be a rhythm game so bad. And you know what? Final Fantasy VII Remake did that. They were like, we're going to fucking put QuickTime events in there, quote unquote QuickTime events. Guess what? It's actually a rhythm game because that's the only time you should be doing that.
Damn.
Fuck those things. That's all I gotta
Yeah.
say.
Oh no, you're not wrong, and especially to kind of piggyback off of like the cinematic aspect of it. So if you're in a cutscene, like, why don't you just show the cutscene? If you want to show off your cool animations and something awesome happened, like, just let it play out. Like I'm gonna watch anyway. You know what I mean? Like, what's the point? Like I don't see the value that QuickTime events add. Now, don't get me wrong. I get there's some games where it's like the whole game's around button combinations, like the rhythm games you're saying. That's not what I'm talking about, dude. Literally, when you have a scene and it's like push right, I'm like, why am I pushing right here? Like, for what? Clearly, Spider-Man dodged something on the screen. Like he's gonna dodge it whether I push right or I don't push right.
Mm-hmm.
And the first games I remember these popping up because it was a fucking gimmick, dude. Like let's be honest, Resident Evil 4 was like the original Resident Evil 4 was like the big one I remember where it was like I think it's the first game I played where it was like, oh, I remember this is where I first saw him from. But then obviously like God of War, I think was another one that like really popularized him.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, that's the one where I was like, damn, there's a lot of these things in this. God of War 2, like at the beginning of the game when you're fighting the Titan, that's the one that sticks in my brain the most. But again, like it was a really cool cinematic scene with like the camera angle and everything. Why didn't they just make that shit a cutscene? I don't see what you gain from being like, hey, you have to push these buttons when you're already watching it. Especially in a single player narrative game where you're gonna pay attention to the story. Like, I really tried to be like, oh, let me do the pros and cons list here of QuickTime events. And dude, my pros is like empty. I can't think of one, dude. Like, not one good thing why what the purpose is, man. Like, I just don't get it. They're distracting. Like, that's the thing. Like, you can have a beautiful shot cinematic that you worked hard on, and then it's like, oh, nope, you gotta push these buttons real quick. Like, why? Let me enjoy especially because it's always single player games, dude. There's no multiplayer games with QuickTime events. Like, what are we doing here? I just don't get it. It's gotta be like the lowest hanging fruit to start the episode with, but
It's just padded. It's just padded bullshit.
yeah, it's fucking lazy, honestly, is what it is. Like, make a compelling story, dude. I don't know, like can you think of one pro?
No.
Yeah. I can't think of any, dude. It's crazy.
Sorry, I'm just putting in here I'm just Googling who thought QuickTime events was a good idea. And I'm just like, bro.
Seriously. Like I don't see any added value. And it's like every game I look at that has QuickTime events, I'm like, oh, this is an older game. This is an older game. But they're still popping up. Like, what are we doing? I don't understand, dude. I know, like,
It says it's attributed to Yu Suzuki, the director of Shenmue.
Ooh, yeah, Shenmue's full of them.
Shenmue used QTEs. They called them QuickTimer events.
Yeah, Shenmue's got a ton, dude. There's a bunch of mini games based around it. A lot of just the day-to-day cutscenes and shit. Even like, I love the Yakuza series, but it's got some. And it's like, why are these in here, dude? Like, I get the older, chasing the dragon of the hot shit at the time, PS2 era, Maybe even sprinkling some PS3, 360 era, but nowadays, dude, leave this shit in the past. Like, there's nothing.
I can understand like why you would need to do this for like technology limitations, but why the fuck do I have QuickTime events in God of War Ragnarok?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, we've moved on.
Right. Right.
Kratos has moved on, and we should too.
It's so funny. And I feel like the modern QuickTime events, like I know like every Sony game does it, where there's like a small crack in the wall and you've got to push up to like have them squeeze through it to like hide the loading screen, you know? It's not a QuickTime event, but like that's another good example of a mechanic that, I mean, whatever. It's at least there's a reason why it's computing and you're hiding the loading screen. Like, cool, safe in my book. You got to do what you got to do. But like, I feel like that's another one that's replaced the QuickTime events. But again, cinematic. You're sitting there watching it. It's way more interesting than let me do this random button combination where it's like left up square. For what purpose, dude? Like,
it's like
so
like QuickTime events are like so similar to like the concept of a rail shooter, you know, because like on a rail shooter you have to go a specific direction and make sure you're hitting a specific enemy at a specific spot at a specific time.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way that you can do that is by like aiming and shooting, but that's the entire gimmick of it.
Right.
Is like you need a rail shooter in some kind of light gun cabinet capacity or some other, you know, thing in order to play it. And it is on, what do you call it? I want to say it's like choreographed, where it's like that people come out, and there's some variation where some people in a scene might have an enemy come out from the left, and then maybe other iterations you play it, they'll come out from like the right or a different spot, just to kind of keep it fresh. But it's the same thing where you're playing the same game and you're just memorizing where things come out, and eventually it doesn't become fun. But it's even less fun because it's just like, oh, just make sure your brain processes like, that's the triangle button, I better hit that one. Yeah. Oops, I hit the X button on accident because it was up for a millisecond and I fucking panicked.
Oh, that's actually a good point you bring up, dude. Like the ones that are instant fail, that's like the way worse type of QuickTime events in the world. And the one that comes to mind immediately because of the memes and shit. Have you ever seen the ones from like Spider-Man 3, like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 3? Dude, they're so bad. So like, long story short, it'll give you a button combination like down, right, X or whatever. And if you push square instead of X, it's an instant fail. So like you die, and it will give you like a scene of like Spider-Man swinging, and he'll just like splat on the concrete, and it's so funny, dude. But yeah, that's the only way you can make QuickTime events worse, or it's like, oh, I failed, let me reload my checkpoint, and you've got to do the whole sequence again.
No, dude, there's only one instance where it can be even worse than that. And that's press F to pay respects.
Dude, yeah. Hell yeah. It's so funny that like there's so many QuickTime event or button prop memes, dude. Like that should tell you in of itself that we're memeing a gimmick. I would say that qualifies as a bad mechanic, you know. If it's getting memed to oblivion.
God.
Another example I can think of where it's like instant fail and bad and just doesn't fit. The original Bayonetta, like you have this awesome, super tight action game, and then it's like, oh, you're fighting this giant monster. Let me just throw random QuickTime events. Like, come on, man, give my fingers a fucking break. And dude, they are like unforgiving as fuck on that game. Like you miss one button press, you die, and you have to start the whole boss fight over. Good God, dude, what a mess.
The only argument I can have for QuickTime events. And I was reminded of the concept of QuickTime events in Mass Effect, where it's kind of set in a morality system where something is happening and you have to make the decision very quickly which way you're going to go. So it's not like, you know, in that instance, you're not being punished for failing. There really is no failure.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's like, it's a what if where something is happening. You only have X amount of time to make a decision as a player. It is kind of sort of quick time, but like, which one are you going to do? And that's the route you're going to go.
That's a good poll, dude. Honestly, because yeah, it's still your decision. And again, my argument of like you're paying attention to the cutscene anyway, like that's not distracting. That's what am I gonna do in this moment? Shit. And it's like make a decision. That's a really good poll, Barry. You found the only positive quick time.
I think Mass Effect 3 only. I think it was in 2 and 3. And they weren't even quick time. I think it was more in 3, right?
Yeah, because punching that reporter and shit. Yep.
Yeah. There was something else where you had like the decision to shoot something. I'm trying to remember.
Oh, the first game with like Rex when he's on the beach, like not want you to, destroy the genophage cure. It's literally like you have your gun out and you're like, do I pull the trigger and shoot him when it's flashing red or whatever?
No, well, but that's not on a timer, is it?
He'll holster it if you don't pull the trigger.
Okay. Because I know some of them, they're not really on a timer and it gives you the option to sit there and make like a choice.
Oh yeah, most of the dialogue ones are usually like that. Yeah. Well, that's a good pull though, man. You found the only positive quick time. But again, it's freedom of choice, right? It's not you have to do this for no fucking reason. Like it's actually you're playing a game still. Great job. Hey, congratulations.
The only.
literally, dude.
Only. I'm trying to find an example. They're called interrupts in this one.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
I'm trying to find an example of like one that's. There's the one where Dr. Bryson's lab where Shepard throws a data pad at him before he can shoot. So there's some.
Yeah, literally stuck in the Mass Effect franchise. It's the only place they work.
Yeah, and I'm sure something like that is some other games that you probably haven't played.
Yeah, I mean maybe they're out there. I'm just saying the majority that I've seen, hate them, bro.
Awful.
It's the lowest hanging fruit to start the episode with, and I do apologize for that, but I'll pick a different one. And this one's kind of very specific to a couple games, and what actually sparked this one was. Oh, I can't say the game we were playing. We were playing a game for a future episode of the podcast together, you and I. And there's a scene where it gets really dark, and I was like, "Oh yeah, turn the flashlight on." And you're walking through these tunnels, and this flashlight you turn on starts draining. And I'm like, "The fuck's the game set in the future?" You guys are figuring out what game this is. It's fine.
Is this the game I'm playing right now?
Negative, but yeah, it's not that good. No. Yeah, but the flashlight starts
on
draining.
The schedule. Now you got me curious. Oh, you didn't have to edit it out. I would have saw it as soon as I popped up the fucking list of games left to play.
Oh no, you're good. Yeah, but yeah, remember the very first mission? You're in that dark tunnel, and I'm like, "Oh, I'll turn the flashlight on," and then it starts depleting, and like we're in the future, and I'm like, "Why is the flashlight battery running out so quick?" And like, I'm not gonna sit here and say flashlight batteries don't run out. But there's so many games where it's dark and you have to turn the flashlight on to see, and it just like depletes within a minute, 2 minutes. Like, why? What flashlight functions like that? It's not a realistic mechanic, dude. And I get maybe they're making it like, oh, you have to see, but then when you just stop moving and you let it charge and turn on again, it defeats the whole purpose of like, do I need this or do I not need this? And I know the one that people shit on the most is like the original Doom 3. I don't know if you're familiar with this one, but it was a choice. So you're a Marine in space if you don't know Doom. We talked about it a lot in this podcast. But the whole mechanic with Doom 3 is like the game's very dark. It was very horror driven, a lot of jump scares. It wasn't like traditional Doom where you're just in this field and you're sprinting and running. It's a corridor shooter and shit pops out. So they give you a flashlight, and the original release for Doom 3, you cannot have a weapon and a flashlight out at the same time. So you're just holding this flashlight, something pops out, you switch to your gun, you can't see shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? And plus the flashlight depletes, so if you need the flashlight to charge, you have the gun out, but you can't see anything. Like, what's the point? I don't understand, dude. Like, it's just not how flashlights work, for one. And then secondly, like, I don't know, like you've seen SWAT dudes and shit, they have mounted lights on their weapons or
Mm-hmm.
mounted on their helmet. Like, why didn't they just do that? And it is funny when they ended up re-releasing it and remastering it. Every subsequent release of Doom 3, they're like, yeah, he's got a chest-mounted flashlight because that makes sense. So they took out like their main core mechanic because they knew it wasn't great, even though they're like, yeah, this isn't wonderful. So it's a very specific example, but it's like three really big franchises that do it, because Fear, it's the exact same way. And that game's dark as shit, dude. Like, it's corridor shooter, so like it has to be close. It's very twitchy. It's not like you can just sprint away from the enemy. Like, you have to engage and it has to be close. Dude, you can't see shit. And that flashlight in Fear, it might be the worst one that I think about it. It depletes in like, not exaggerating, 25, 30 seconds. And it's just like, well, I guess I'll stop moving and let it recharge. It's
I mean,
dumb.
I could see the argument for like having a flashlight mechanic in that does drain depending on proximity of like the supernatural, because that's what Phasmophobia does, is like you have a flashlight and the closer you get to wherever this like haunting is or wherever this ghost is, like your equipment starts wigging out and getting fucky and like stops working. So it can be done, but to just be like your flashlight's draining is some bullshit.
Yeah, for sure. Because again, like most of these are set in the future too. It's like we haven't
Yeah.
developed better flashlight technology. Come on, man, this is nuts. It's wild, but it's a
Yeah.
very specific example. But dude, I really do hate it. And that's the thing. Like, I don't think the flashlight itself, like you're saying, I don't think it's a bad idea. Like, it's spooky. It fits the theme, right? Like, you need a fucking flashlight. You need to see. I get why it exists. It's the draining that's the problem. Because there's games that do flashlights really well. Like Alan Wake, I think, is a good example. It's literally your main weapon, and it depletes, but also you have to have it out to do damage. So it makes sense to have it out. Like, you've got to choose when it's depleting, It's not just like, I can't fucking see. That's a completely different argument, Modern Warfare Remake, I think that's awesome with the flashlight when you like clear the rooms and stuff and you use night vision and you can disrupt other players' night vision with flashlights. Like, that's risk and reward. Like, I'm using the flashlight to blind, so it is on a timer, and that makes more sense mechanically. But I don't know, man. I know it's kind of a nitpicky example, but dude, I remember being so hyped playing Doom 3 like when I was a kid, and we got it for the computer. My dad was just like, "What the fuck? What is this? Like, why can't I do it? I kill shit." Like, it was wild. But I'm glad they fixed it. You got any specific ones that grind your gears?
No, you kind of named the number one.
Oh yeah, dude. I didn't mean to start with the lowest hanging fruit, but if I want to make this one a little personal, my number one, like, most hated mechanic, and I'll even argue for it too. Like, I don't think it's a bad mechanic, and sometimes it is a necessary evil, but just like the way I operate, my mind, like my anxiety, dude, you put anything with a fucking timer on it and I'm gonna start sweating bullets. Like, I hate timers so bad, dude. Like, it's just instant anxiety. And I get why they exist. Like, 9 times out of 10 when there's a timer in a game, there's a reason. Like, there's a bomb getting ready to go off, or you've got to get to a certain point before somebody else. So like, I understand why they're there, but dude,
It's true. Brian doesn't do well under pressure. You get rattled so fucking easy.
I do, bro. I really do. But like, man, there's so many examples I could pull from. It's almost hard to sit there and pick one, but I think there's interesting ways you can do a timer, and there's not a lot of games that do it, but I think some really cool ones are like the original Pikmin game. If you remember, you've got like 30 end-game days to complete your objective and like repair the ship and fight the Pikmin or collect the Pikmin and shit. I think that's really cool. It's like a soft timer, I guess is how you describe it. Like, you still are on a time limit, and those days, they do go pretty fast, but you get 30 of them. So it's like, let's say you fuck up one day, you're like, oh, I still have 29 days where I can recover or whatever. So it's not the end of the world. I think Dead Rising is another good example. You have 3 days to like solve the mystery in the mall and escape, or you don't have to solve the mystery. You can just like replay it. That's the whole purpose of the game, And those timers don't play. They're super fast, but I don't feel the same amount of pressure because I know I've got multiple days or multiple runs to get that done. It's not like there's a timer at the top of the screen ticking down like, oh fuck, I have 2 minutes. Think like Super Metroid, like the escape sequence for Super Metroid. Oh my god, dude! Like, Well, the first time I beat Super Metroid, I was so fucking rattled with that timer, dude. And I was like, I'm not going to be able to do this game. This is like my Achilles heel is timers, dude.
Is it like a certain threshold? Because Helldivers is on a timer.
Yeah, it's true. And it doesn't bother me either on Helldivers. It's very specific in certain scenes, I guess. But like Helldivers is another one. Like you drop in, you know you have a timer. It doesn't bother me too bad. I guess it's like when they just pop up like random. Like all of Helldivers is on a timer, you know what I mean? But there's like one section in Metroid or there's one section here. That's what gets me, where it's like, oh, this isn't normal. Like I cannot prepare for this. It's a personal thing. Like I know my strengths and weaknesses, you know what I mean? And I'm going to fold and crumble if there's a timer telling me you have this much time. And yeah, dude, it's my number one, like hands down, no questions asked. The mechanic, I don't want to say it's a bad mechanic too, because I get why they're there, dude. But man, if you want my Achilles heel, put me on a timer. I'm gonna crumble, bro, like bad. Because there's a lot of games on timers I like. Tony Hawk, like the Tony Hawk series, you get 2 minutes to do it. You know, it doesn't bother me. I think it's all about knowing. It's when they show up at randoms what gets me, dude. Like it's bad, dude. I will literally start sweating. My hands get sweaty, and I'm like, oh shit, I can't do this, man. This is like the worst thing. But yeah, it's very peculiar. But
I don't think I can think of any mechanics off the top of my head that I'm just like, holy shit, I can't handle it.
Yeah,
I can't stand it.
You're pretty sane, bro. I got some problems.
I mean, we play video games like have fun, and most of the time they're in fantastical worlds. Why the fuck do I have a stamina bar for sprint? Like, I don't have fucking time to walk everywhere.
Yeah.
You're gonna put my fucking sprint. I can sprint for about 2 seconds and then I gotta walk for 5 minutes to recharge.
Yeah.
That shit is fucking annoying, bro.
Yeah, dude. I think the worst ones are like, especially combat heavy games where it's like, you know, you're swinging around a giant sword or whatever. You just kill like 100 dudes and you're like, oh, you're fine. You can sprint after that. But hey, you sprinted 30 seconds after that. You need to take a break, brother. Like I get why the mechanic does exist, just because there's got to be like a give and take. But when I'm like exploring,
oh, you can give me a stamina bar for like combos, right? If I only have like and that's the argument for melee based combat, where I don't have mana to cast spells, I have stamina to do my abilities. That's fine. Let me fucking run, man.
Yeah.
Let me run. The game isn't like based on, you know, running. I'm not playing a fucking horse racing game and asking for unlimited horse stamina. You know, I want to fucking run away from a fight. Let me run.
Right.
Shit.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, I don't. Here we go. Shit on Dark Souls. I'm sorry. It's one of the things I don't like about the Dark Souls games, dude. Like, it's already
your whole game is based on fucking rolling.
Right.
And you're gonna be like, you can roll once, and then you're gonna fucking not have any stamina.
Yeah, it's so
fucking get good, bitch.
The game's so fucking slow as it is, and then you're gonna like make it slower with this bar. Like, I don't understand how that's fun, but that's just me. I'm sorry, Dark Souls people. Like, roast me in the comments. It's fine. It just doesn't seem fun. And like, to underline it, that's what I think truly makes a bad mechanic, right? When you take something fun, we're supposed to be having these video games, and you're like, let's make this objectively less enjoyable. I think that's what this clearly makes a bad mechanic, dude. I'm not trying to break new ground here, but stamina's a good one, man. Like, it's an easy fix. You have a guy that's, you know, trained for combat or doing combat, he should be able to do it. And like, especially run's 101 shit, man. That's the first thing you do when you get to basic.
All right, here's the one other one that I think is absolute dog shit, and it's in a video game. I'm not here to be realistic, right? Encumbrance.
Ooh, yeah.
Let me carry all the shit. Right. Just fucking come on, man.
Yep.
Especially like RPG games where it's like, oh, depending on your strength is how much shit you can carry. I'm like, I'm a fucking magic wizard. Can I not have a bottomless fucking bag?
Yeah. That's
magic. You're telling me that I can fit 2 sticks in my bag and then I can't move?
Yeah.
That shit's annoying. And then you gotta slow walk back to the nearest town and you're far as fuck away, but you're too stubborn to drop your shit. I'll walk. I'm annoyed the whole time. Some bullshit. Fucking encumbrance.
I'm a fucking hoarder, bro.
Yeah.
I literally, if I'm playing like, a Bethesda game where it's like, oh, I need all this shit, and I'll just grab everything and be like, I'll walk to my house. I don't give a fuck. Like, you're gonna watch me walk for 15 minutes. It is what it is.
Dude, that's me in fucking any Elder Scrolls game. I'm
Oh, yeah.
walking.
Same, dude.
I am loading up as much shit as possible. If I have 0 speed, I have to drop one thing, and it's going to be the cheapest item. I'll carry 12,000 clubs. Test me. Just let me do it, you assholes.
For real. Another funny thing about over encumbrance, I think of like PUBG is another funny one where it's like you have 130 rounds of 5.56, and then there's an energy drink you want to pick up. And I'm like, oh, there's no room in my backpack. Let me drop 130 rounds of 5.56, pick up the energy drink, pick my rounds back up, and only drop 2 rounds of ammo. I'm like, you mean to tell me 2 bullets is the same size as a fucking energy drink? There's no consistency, dude. Like, what the fuck?
Dude.
It's so funny. Damn, PUBG reference.
It's got to be at least 1 mag, bro.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck's 2 bullets? And like, I guess they're Red Bulls in the PUBG world, but like, damn, if I got 1 bullet shot of fucking energy drink, I'd be pissed, bro. Scraping the bottom of the barrel, fucking talking about PUBG again, dude. It's been so long.
Yeah.
It's funny. Damn, this might be a short one, bro. I don't know if I have any
Yeah.
other.
I don't really have much more.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, overall, I think most of the times when developers like try new mechanics or try new things, like even if I don't love it, I'm like, hey, I applaud the effort to try something different. But these are really personal takes. So if you're a huge QTE fan, like, I'm sorry. If you're a huge fan of draining flashlights, I don't
No.
mean
If you're a huge fan of QTEs, I need you to convince me.
for real, dude.
I need you to convince me.
Yeah.
That's the one I can't be like, to each their own. I can't say don't yuck your yum. I'm yucking that yum. Okay, there's no yum in that. There's no yum in that QTE.
Oh boy,
There's fucking none.
So curious, dude. Yeah, like please tell me I'm wrong, but
And I don't want to hear this shit where it's like, I like rhythm games. You play rhythm games. You don't play QTEs.
yeah, that's different.
Damn.
Yeah, I like rhythm games too. It's different. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but I still have another example of like bad QuickTime events. All the Telltale games, dude, where it is literally the whole purpose of the Telltale games, like choose your own adventure. It's super narrative. Why are there QuickTime events in Telltale? Like, you're watching the shit anyway. There's hardly any gameplay as it is.
I think that's because that's the format where if it's a choose your own adventure and the format is already kind of like a visual novel, and instead of like having the time to make a one or other choice, it's kind of initiating that QuickTime event in being inappropriate in that game's format of like some shit is happening. Oh fuck, we need to react to it. That's the closest I can do to it making sense, is if the format is more like a visual novel.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Outside of that format, it doesn't really make sense, and I still don't like it.
For sure.
Because at that point, Telltale's kind of on that edge of like, are you a visual novel or are you like trying to be an interactive game?
Right.
Because visual novels are extremely hard for some people to kind of digest. And I get it if you don't like them. I completely get it. But also, like, you got to pick a side.
Exactly. Yeah.
You got to pick a side.
You got to commit. Yeah.
Like I enjoy the format of a visual novel or something like Telltale being interactive and being like, okay, here's like what's happening. Let's make a decision like where we're going to go. It's very like solo RPG, like something like Fighting Fantasy. Not the Fighting Fantasy video game, but like the book, like tabletop, like book game. Yeah, like it's like a solo TTRPG is, okay, this is your options. Like, now what are we gonna do next? And then they're like, oh, jump scare you. Better hit a button.
Yeah.
We're gonna get you.
Yeah.
No. How about no?
Yeah. How about pass? Fuck that.
How about no?
Yeah, dude. But hats off to you guys, developers out there, all 2 of you listening. try that shit. Stay away from QTEs, please. Like, let's let that one go to bed. Let's let draining flashlights go to bed. Timers, necessary evil. I'll that's a personal thing. I'm sorry, gang. That one's my Achilles heel, but
I am most curious in this episode to hear other people's
for sure.
Most hated mechanics, and curious if they're ones that I'm like, oh, I like that mechanic.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I said, I'm curious. QTEs, you got nothing. You got to convince me.
Yeah, good luck.
Find me one person.
Yeah, dude. If you're
I don't think they exist. I don't believe.
Please, if you're out there, let us know.
I believe there's more aliens out there than there's QTE lovers.
100%, bro. No doubt. There's more aliens that look identical to me, exactly like me, than there is QTE lovers, bro. It's crazy talk. But yeah.
I'd believe in God first.
Yeah, for real, dude. Oh, shit. Yeah, dude. I'm not engagement forming it. Please let me know in the comments if you love QTEs. Like, please. I think that's it, gang.
Man. I think we're cooked.
Yeah, I think that's it. It's been late.
God's entered the chat. We gotta go.
Yeah, he said, literally, reconverting. Coming back, huh? All right, y'all. Thanks for listening. Please, for the love of God, defend QTs in the comments. Appreciate each and every one of you out there. I think this is it, man. This is a wild one. Collecti-Bros out.
What's the next episode, Brian?
Oh my God. See, I am fried. Hey, Barry, what is the next episode?
Okay, hang on. I'm trying to see how people pronounce this game.
Oh.
As the consensus. Okay. I'm trying to find it. You're going to be doing some editing.
It's fine. No big deal. I'm curious, though. I am really excited to play this game. This is one I've been wanting to play and one I did pick up at Siege.
All right. I don't fucking know. Look, we'll find it out at some point. I don't know how to pronounce this. I'm going to be sitting here all the time because I'm just getting fucking conflicting information. But we're going to be playing the fantastical, well-regarded, infamous game, Magus, for the PlayStation 3.
Ooh.
It has a whopping 32% on Metacritic. This game is the pinnacle. And we're talking 32 critic reviews, a 4.5 user.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Bro.
We've done them before where they're like 30s and a Metascore, and then users are like 7s, 8s. Right. You know, this is across the board considered a fucking awful game. But why is this game now $250?
Yeah.
A
timely episode, Barry.
Why is this 3-hour game so expensive? All right. And those are my favorite kinds of games. They're so fucking bad. They're good. So we're going to see if this game, in all of its 32 Metascore, $250 glory, is worth the price.
Yes. I'm excited.
Or if it's utter dog shit.
Either way, this one's going to be, quotations, fun. All right? I'm excited for this one, man. I really am.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
Curious, maybe?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely intrigued.
It is often considered the worst game on the console.
Ooh. Goddamn. And there's a lot of games on PS3.
Oh, yeah.
I remember... I think when you picked this up, you talked about it on the podcast, because like ever since you told me about it, I was like, bro, I gotta pick this thing up. This looks insane.
It is the 9th lowest rated PlayStation 3 game on Metacritic.
Yeah, we are literally scraping the bottom of the barrel next time on Collecti-Bros podcast, y'all. So check that one out. It's gonna be a good time. Yeah, I guess outro again, right? Since I already did it once, but thanks for listening, everyone. Tune in to, are we going with Magus or Magus?
I'm saying Magus until told otherwise.
I'm gonna say Magus just to make sure we, balance the scales.
Cover
of
all the
bases.
Here.
Yeah, dude.
What if it's Magus?
Thank God for editing.
Magus? Is it Magus? Magus? Or Magus? Or Magus or Magus?
Man, I don't even know. I know it's on the screen right now. Oh my god. Thanks for watching, gang. Appreciate every one of you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And the Collector Bros are out. Bye.